Hello world. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all are good, especially my fellow Jamaicans. I know we've been traumatized by the passing of Hurricane Melissa a couple weeks ago, which is one of the reasons why I am making this video right now. Alright, I know that a lot of persons are going through a rough time because Hurricane Melissa has come and destroyed, for the most part, what we have come to know as normal. However, in the disruption of that normalcy, there are two sides to that tendency of normalcy. There is the normalcy of your everyday life, going to work, school, back home, to the grocery store, wherever. That's the physical part. And there's also normalcy of your mental environment, how you think about things, how you process things, and most importantly, what you have been putting to the side psychologically, which is the first thing that I will touch on today because I'm going to speak about things in a personal way because I am sure that speaking from experience is more motivative and I will be able to connect easier with people who have similar experience. So, saying this and saying that, the passing of Hurricane Melissa has brought to my attention that there are things that we've continued to push to the side or cover up, push under the rug, so to speak, and we can't do that anymore. We cannot do that anymore. It is hurting us, it is hurting our loved ones, it is creating a toxic environment for everybody. Alright? Let me start like this. I have grown to know Jamaica as the country, based on where I have grown to be exact. I grew up in the rural area of St. Mary, when I would call Bush. Anyways, normally in rural areas, whatever happens there stays there, and people tend to be very secretive. It's like a clique of whatever you want to call it, just like a movement then. So outsiders stay out, insiders stay in. And in some communities, people inbreed and whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna stick to my point. The point is, alright, as far back as I can remember, which is as young as 5 years old. I could have been four, but I do remember the age five because I had started basic school, which is preschool in Jamaica, as all Jamaicans would know. And the fact is, as far back as 5 years old, I can remember being touched in places that I should not have been touched by certain people. However, as a child, I could not have known the difference. But the point is, that is what I remember. And there was this particular member of my family who would always bring me candy, promise me beach trips and things. You know, things that a child likes. The going out and the candy and the nice things and all this. And then the point is, this member of the family who was a male would always promise me nice things, bring home candy because he knows the kind of candy that I like. Chocolate and them kind of something toffee and whatever. Lollipop and stick. Anyway, so from about the age of five, that same member of the family would, as I said, touch me in places that a 5 year old child should not be touched by any person, especially a male being touching a female child. The fact of the matter is, I try to say, I was abused as a child, and it went on for years. But let me see if I can structure this. At 5 years old, I remember one Friday evening, my grandmother came in from work. It was about between 5 and 6 in the evening. The dust had fallen, or just dust had just fallen, and the thing is, I was home alone with that particular person because the tendency was on a Friday evening I would normally be home alone or with another family member who is also male until someone older comes home because there were certain things that had to be done on that Friday where the adult them not able to come home until certain time. So they would have left me with the particular person. However, on the evening that I can remember specifically, the male family member had come in from work, which is normal for him to come home for the weekend. And oh God, I'm frozen. As I said, he brought home Canada that Friday evening because it's normal for him to come home for the weekend and then leave for work and then not come back again until another weekend or whichever. The point is, there was a bunk bed in one of the rooms, the front room, and I remember when he came home and call out, him have a style like you wanna call and say, "Who there?" or whatever the case is. But he make a sound and me know 5 year old me run gun cause me know what's coming. Either candy or something. But it's a family member who me not see very often. So family at five. Family, excuse me. So anyway, Me run gone to the shop now and I see bag are empty. So me I look and me want to see what come out of bag. Excuse me. Sure. I want to see what come out of bag. So first, I take out one Ziploc bag. Pardon my scratching. Pull out one Ziploc bag, one clear one. It wasn't that big, about this wide and about this this tall. About that tall, yeah. Anyway, pull out the Ziploc bag. Forgive me for stuttering because just recalling the situation is putting me in a mental space right now that I have to be prepared for. Anyway, import the Ziploc bag. I see all the different candy, and the first thing me see I want pink lollipop. Cause me love lollipop. Yeah. Anyway, that the one I reach for first. So while me opening up the bag now, it was I said no, I lie me I said the bag his bag where him care from work, it was a black one strap bag. Him put down on the lower bunk and at this and the bag with the candy now they up on the top bunk. So I look up and I see that me him, I think him asked me if I want candy. I make some indication, but the fact is he take me up. Remember when he lift me up by under my arm, I put my foot sit down on top of the bunk next to the candy bag. So me now have my little hand in the candy bag because it's towards my right. So I have my right hand in the bag. I'm take out my one and me I pull. So same time I feel when him touch my little vagina. Me hand go in my lap then. Me hand go in my lap. Since Facebook, since social media, I feel kind of sensible words as much as possible. Anyway, I'm going to my lap and him start touch me there. So, well, me look on him and he say, he might do it because he love me. And I say, okay, cause me did that with my candy. I'm not really business with none else as a 5-year-old. So anyway, him did that, me I suck on my little candy, make a pink lollipop. While him and I played my little body parts. One time and I played with body parts and the other one I play with film body part down so anyway, my uncle here while me there enjoy my candy, my uncle here when somebody called out his name, which was my grandmother. She called out his name and said, so what you do? How you do this? Suppose so find out, which would have been my grandfather. Suppose so find out, you know what would I do to you? And the male family member was so surprised that him start propping pants same time. I like me, I forget to me up there. Me have my little dress because I think it was a dress at the time. My legs are open. I'm like a panty draw to the side and thing. So me was there in a situation and when my granny approached because as she reached the doorway, there was no door but there was a curtain. And she pushed the curtain and then she said, what is the other way? Supposed to also find out. Him did them a look, look on her and she look on him and she looked on me and shake her head. And she was there saying some things to him, I talked to him, I argued with him or whatever. But me just said I enjoy my candy because me clueless. And me ear when she said, what used to come? She said, Mommy. They used to call me Mommy. So, Mommy, go in your room. Soon come here. Go in your room. Like, she said, go in your room till me call you. Yeah. She said, go in your room till me call you. And me up down. I jump down, or him take me down. I think him take me down, or me climb down. Something of the sort, I remember right now. But me end up a ground. Still with me candy bag and the one in my mouth. Me push them like a dress. I'm a gone. Anyway, me ear when she run there argue with him same way. And me hear like she has say, you can't stay no. You can't stay. Wait. Cause by the time you reach home, I no problem. Wait. Something. So anyway, but then for a while and him come, he walk through the room and me there. He come, is a one, no remember, but he come to the room there for something. Like he come pick up something. And when him a left, before him have to walk past me again for left, when he come out of the room. When him a pass me, he look me squarely in my eye, just give me the one direct contact. And I could have see one deep sadness behind him eyes. And he didn't say a word, him just walked past me with him black bag strapped across him shoulder, across him chest. And one next angle travel bag where I'm always have. And from that, me not see him again for a good little while. But not that the same evening the after him left, shortly after that, my grandpa come. Cause remember there I cooked dinner or something. Me and my grandpa come shortly after that. I not even know. Me never did know time there. But I did one little time after. One little time after. My grandfather used to run taxi. So on Friday evening I was coming too early. Because sometime in coming early, that is it, yeah. He can come in be and go back a road. Cause I feel silent. Anyway, me I swear. That's my mind still. Um, Me and my grandfather come on there. My grandfather have a style where him always like to see me when him coming from the road. When I stay and I can always I will find me one sweetie for me. And me hear when he say, "My mommy there." And my grandmother say, me ask, my grandmother say, she asleep. When he come from school, I be asleep, him asleep. Something like that, so. Something like that, she said. But she mentioned that I was sleeping. And my grandfather left after that. And the night them get me dinner in my room, I'm normally eat by myself. But normally they run the table with everybody. Anyway, everybody I eat with them normally do. And the evening I eat in my room. And then no. The next morning, the following morning, I wake up, get ready for and then came go to school as usual. And then that was it. Nobody not say nothing. Nothing. She always, even as a child, I could always see things in a people's eyes, and there was just always this look she always had given. I couldn't understand the look at the time, but there was always this look. I don't know what it mean, but there was always this look. Like she had say, I hope you don't remember nothing. I hope not tell nobody. Just that look there. Anyway, fast forward about 2 years later, maybe about 1 year or so, or maybe some months, I don't know. Um, Bear in mind that the family member not come back at the other, I don't know. We uncle hear from him, hear same call, and him hope everybody alright, and whatever the case may be. As I said, about a year or so after that, another family member now, male again. I don't know if him used to see when the first one used to do what I do, but him now take up a trend, feel like him to follow and start abuse me too. And that went on for about 2, 3 years straight. Him used to threaten me. Him have a different tactic. Him used to threaten me. run left me in the dark. I catch you know I'm afraid. Them time that we used to use lamp and candle and they never me couldn't light it. So when we come from school, if nobody not there home, me either stay at the neighbor them yard or stay on the ballroom until somebody from my yard reach where can light them so me can see. And then you see use that to advantage. Remember one evening, me there on the ballroom and in my coming from school and it did just about to 5 or after 5, but the place will get dark. And him say, come, I go light the lamp, I stay down the yard till me come back. I go up on the road. And I say, alright, come me here light, me good. For as long as me have light, me lock up in the house and stay till any time. But when you reach down, one piece of something, you know one light the lamp, he might pull off some little stunt like he might try to scare me. And then eventually that same evening there, that touched me up in the dark. And then he just grab he hold me and have sex with me. I was about 7 or 8 at the time. And due to how he used to threaten me, me just it's like I not even know if I did threaten used to threaten me or what. Or because my little mind gets so used to it that I don't know I don't know say it wrong. I just making do him the car, the other one used to do it too. And then as I said I'd carry on for a while. But when we move from this, and move on the next house, that is about 10 at the time there, about 9 or 10. And it's like him I continue, but this time I don't know if I grow up and I see things different or what, but something just feel off. And I say, this don't feel right. More want them to stop. And maybe because he used to bully me, I never used to do it in a loving way like the other one, so I think just feel wrong. I just feel wrong. He used to always bully me. So I said this don't feel right. So I go tell my granny one evening, excuse me, I tell my granny say, say so and so do so and so to me. And me not like it. And he keep on a fight me and a bully me. And my granny look me squarely in my eye. It's like the moment when I say so. One rage kick in her. And she just grabbed me and start beat me. She grabbed me in my chest and start beat me. I say, no tell no lie for me, pitney. You not gonna do that. No tell no lie for my son. I lie, yeah, tell. No make nobody hear you say so. Give me the beating of my life. And after that beating, it's like in my little mind, I decide to say, oh, the adult them run me, now protect me. So I have to just protect myself now best way no possible. So I tell myself say from now on I not tell nobody nothing. Cause they not gonna believe me. I'm gonna just abuse me more and more. I mean I want the beating. So to prevent the beating, we just stop talk. Anything you want to do, anytime I forward with them intentionally, we just fucking do them do because I tell myself say eventually I have to stop. How long am I do it for? Eventually I have to stop. Some tell myself, some just allow it to carry on. And with that now, that went on for years. To be honest, this might sound a little weird or nasty or whatever you want to say, but me I tell you what I remember as a child. Remember, him thing he did always stiff. Anytime he come at me, they always stiff and tough. And he did big. For a little boy like this age, he did big. And he always have some white custard sitting funny like when I boil coconut. I always have some custard made in Cali. I always have white custard funny. And he ever want to shoot in my mouth. Ever want to force it in my mouth. And then he used to claim say at one point he claimed say if I do it to him, he might do it to me. They call that 69. So at first he used to do it and then he stopped. And then one day now, me no know what happened in my mind. One day is like me I give him the 69 but he not give me. And it's like me never like that. So me bite him from film 69. If you understand what I say. And he kick me. And he call me one name like I say dirty girl, very like that. Whatever. He call me one name and he cuss her. He cuss. And friend that he not try to force it in my mouth again. He not try to force it in my mouth again. But he still insists to have sexual activity with me. And that happened up until about 14, 14, 15, up until about 14, I think. That's when it actually, in like physically stopped. About 14 or 15. Sometimes I used to be underneath the bed. Sometimes just any little corner where him book me. And he always have this style. Anytime I'm there in a bathroom, a shower, or the toilet, because in time we have pit toilet and outside shower. He always a come from some little corner, like him a watch me. I see when me go out there, and I always see my creep past and I look for me and I give me one threatening look, like me don't know. Like it's an intimidating look. I try to intimidate me. Anytime I go and I go decide for sure I go use the toilet, him always show up out of nowhere. You see like him want to see me see him. Them look styling. So, me not tell lie, me get free, me just grow up with one intimidating thing about me. Intimidate. One thing where it's like, as me I try to say, with all of that, when me try to talk to somebody. Alright, look on it this way. Even when me go to church, right? We used to go to church. Church could miss me no Sunday. I when me no want to go to Africa. The point is, you know you go when I go with grandparents. But the point is, remember one Sunday, I don't remember what happened, but I think that was the time when that was another time there when he that pressure me. I don't know. But the point is, God church on Sunday. I'm a Sunday school teacher. One nice lady is that she could have seen the burden for me. And she take me one side, she tell me for wait when Sunday school over, she want to talk to me. And she asked when we are talking now, she asked me a couple questions like I think she was a counselor. She was a guidance counselor, some kind of counselor, she said. I find out after. She asked me some questions like if me alright, if things alright at home, and them look kind of weird. And you know, say me in my innocence, what up to the lady, come and say finally somebody say something wrong with me and I can get help. Finally. And but what up to the lady, I'm gonna tell her some of what was happening, the things that made me most uncomfortable, the things that I wanted to stop me, tell her those things. And no, say me feel so good now. Say me go get the help or the guidance so me need when I never did that get. So the lady go tell my grandmother. The lady go tell my grandmother. And say my grandmother, give me a beating again. After me reach home from church, I nearly dead. I think of the brooms. I want broomstick, sure. A broomstick. I don't want belt. If I don't want broomstick or something, cause them when I want thing when them a lick, anything they catch. If it's a shoes, yeah, I get it. If it's a cheer, yeah, I get it. Alright, I'm gonna try if I move it. Or try if I grab it to make it feel like whatever. But the point is, after I tell the lady the secret, until I have to tell nobody, but I want help, she go back and tell my granny. And my granny beat me when I come home from church. Brutal beating. And then no. Or next time again, the same lady, see me and said to me, say, if me alright. But here the thing now, at the time my granny did there in the same room, she did beside of me. And when the lady asked me if me alright, me want to tell her no. But when I look at my granny face, the look when I see is like she has said, if you ever tell nobody, whippings. So I shyly say yes. I tell her I say me alright. Even though when me know me not, even when me know me not alright. And that is where I develop this thing when I not like to talk. It's like I was beaten and battered into silence. And I know a lot of people now go willing to admit that they were abused as a child and they might not want to say the things that happened to them. But you see for me, I know I'm not alone. I could not have been the only person who go through them like something. I could not have been the only person that went through them and survived. And I don't want to be the only one that been through it, survive and talk about it. Been through it a one, surviving it a two. But are you going to keep it inside or are you going to let loose? Because me I tell you, them the things among other things that I experience, it, it is like it shatter me in a way where it's like every experience take a part of me. Every experience has taken a part of me. And while living in the mindset that no help is coming, or just living in pain and darkness, that it make you feel incomplete. It doesn't matter who you have around you or what you have. If your mental capacity is not intact and emotional, and if you don't have emotional stability, you're in a deep trouble. And nothing not go work. You know, I'm not the brightest, but I'm very intelligent. I'm very educated to a certain point. I may know right from wrong. At the same time, there are times when I want to do the right thing, but it's like just feel so fucking stuck. It's like every time I want to do something, I have to be proactive. And my granny missy. My sister come up in front of me and I feel her voice in her ear in my head. I am so fucking traumatized by the events that took place. That is like from the moment it started, at the moment that I can remember, it's like I am still it's like my nervous system, let me put it this way, it's like my nervous system is or has been stuck at the level of a 5-year-old because that was the last time I felt safe. 5. That was the last time I felt safe at 5 years old. And after that, everything is like just a whole mess after that. But I am using this time and this moment to come clean because I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't ask for this. There was nothing I could have done to prevent it because I didn't do it to myself. Someone who was supposed to be in charge of me, who was supposed to take care of me in every way necessary, abused me or had second hand dealings in abuse, because when I tell them they no do nothing, them beat me to that is still abuse. So I'm just saying my conscience is clean because I was a child. I didn't know any better. And what has happened to me has created a curve in my mentality where I do not trust people. I do not know how to trust myself. I don't know true love. I don't know unconditional love. Well, until now. But I'm not talking about my current situation now. I'm speaking about what happened and what it has done to my mentality and my psychology. Yes, I've been very strong and I have lived through it. I've had so many experiences that even if I talk about it, people will say nothing ago so that a movie, a fairy tale that I talk, but I have lived it, so I know. I don't need I don't need to be accredited for anything. Me nah look no cloud. I just want to clear the air and free my own soul. Because as I said, the truth will set us free. And I know I am not alone in this. There are other persons, male, female, who have been abused in similar ways, maybe even worse. They have lived through it, they've survived, and they are here among us every day, but at the same time, we don't know because they don't speak about it. There are broken people walking around every day, and Melissa has come to reverse a lot of things. Melissa came to show us what is important. And the fact that Melissa came and disrupt physical life, it also shows that Melissa came and rake up something where it's like some things that we have covered up for a long time just need to be revealed now. Just like how you have some houses, you never see the foundation. But now, after Melissa, the foundation and everything dig up. Nothing is hidden anymore. So I'm just saying this to say that whatever you are holding on to, it's not worth it. I know it's easier said than done. I have lived it. But you have to find a way to set yourself free. With the truth, of course. You have to find a way to set yourself free. And I'm going back to this fact. Jamaica can be better. I am telling you. This hurricane did not come just so. We've been warned for years. We are being warned now. We have been warned so many times. Jamaica is a country we are so blessed. We are a country of faith. We are a country of love. And we are a country of prayer. But where is all of that? Hmm? We cannot be reaching out to God when at the same time our children are being abused at home. They are being abused in the church. They are being abused at school. You understand? Children are being abused in ways that you won't even be able to imagine unless someone tells you. And because of the culture that Jamaica has, where if it not affect you in a business, that need to cut out. That need to cut out. The lack of unity, they need to cut out. We can do so much better. Why is it when the tourists them come here, we can skin with teeth and because we want their money? And yes, as we say, we are genuinely kind people. But when it comes on to our own and ourselves, we lack kindness. Big man level. Because I have witnessed the same people them where the inner my surrounding was supposed to protect me as a child, they neglect me. Sometimes I have to thief money out of my grandfather's pocket so I can have lunch at school. You understand? And no child should go through that. But face hunger, everybody face hunger. But I'm just saying, some of the levels where things go to, you know, have to reach there. Because if we have genuine care, we're going to look out for the lesser ones. Are the ones that would have seemed helpless. Jamaica can do better. And we, as we said, we sweep some things under the rug and feel like I eat that. But see, when you rug lift up, everything is visible. What you going to do? From the other day, me keep on hear this word, proactive, proactive. And me never really take it serious because, as I said, there are times when you've been traumatized into to a certain extent where your level of understanding has been diminished because you try to see things a certain way, and would people say that still, but that's just way off from what I'm supposed to be saying. The fact is, Jamaica is under attack, not just physically, but spiritually. You want to know why? Because of our level of faith and genuinity. We are being distracted by things that have nothing to do with us. We are being distracted from the love of God. We are being distracted from the trueness of a true and living God. You understand? As we say, it's abuse needs to stop. We need to do something about it. I don't know what we're going to do or how we're going to do it, but something needs to be done. And if I can change one person's life by getting this message out there, then that is enough. I just need to know that I say what I have to say. And somebody somewhere will be able to hear this, see my face, and understand that they are not alone. You've never been alone. You've never been alone. Ever since I did one child, I always feel like there's always this energy following me, will protect me. And it is true because if it wasn't so, all of those traumatic experiences would have sent me in a place where, to be honest, I was suicidal. Ever since I was a teenager, I've been suicidal. I've thought of many different ways to get rid of myself because I tell God, say, this is too much. I don't understand. Every time I reach out for help, the system come against me. But that's another topic for another day. I just want to tell Jamaica, say, look, we can do better. Stop abusing our children. Stop abusing our children. Stop abusing our women. Because this abuse comes from childhood. A lot of little boys and little girls are being abused at home, at school, at church. And if the authority figure abuse us, who are we going to look to? We are going to try to help ourselves, whether it is by violence, taking our own lives, or just whatever come to our perception at that time that seems like it is good. And it really is not, because we're hurting ourselves and hurting the future. And those abused boys and girls grow up into men and women who would then become abusers, and the chain continues. So, we need to stop. And the minister them, or whatever they call them in the church them, we pray on the young children because I've experienced that too. There's so much to unpack. But the fact is, it is a system where if it not affect you, you're not business. And there are times when I go to leaders to help, and them in turn see the opportunity as a way to abuse you. I've experienced that too. We need to stop. It need to stop. So the one there or the two there we're out there and feel me and you feel seen, you're not alone. Me there. But me don't know how we're gonna move forward except for acknowledge our faults and for know say things will get better. But first comes acknowledgement. None of us are perfect. We've all been hurt. But being hurt or being traumatized is not an excuse to do wrong. Yes, it happened to you. You didn't cause it. However, healing is your choice. Healing is my choice. And if you don't want another person, another child to experience what you've experienced, then you gotta say something to somebody. Say it as much times as necessary. Say it. Even if somebody don't want to listen, say it. And that's it for me. To be honest, I am still, every day is like, every day is just a day of recovery for me right now. Coming to terms with the fact that all these things happened and I am still here for a reason. And I still need to figure out how to go forward because I don't have a structured plan. I just know that each day that I wake up is a good day to step forward, and we can do this together. We can just keep praying for each other. Continue to keep it for the positive vibes because, as my grandmother said, one not dead, not that way. Understand? Let us not blame each other for what happened to us. Let us try to move past it and acknowledge that yes, we are still alive for a reason. Alright? Peace out.